I made my first million when I was 26, and here are some of the lessons that I learned. Hopefully I can share those lessons with you in this video so that you don't have to go through some of that yourself or even repeating some of this mistake. So to understand this journey, I had to take you back to 2019, where I actually worked as a jeweler apprentice. So we're talking $5-6 US an hour here, less than people that are working at Starbucks or McDonald's. And the best part is, it's a family business. I work for my uncle that really doesn't treat me like a professional employee, but also really treating me like his sons and giving me old traditional advice that I really never asked for. And that's one of the reasons that make me really hate my job and being there at the first place. So to understand this, you have to know that I come from a very conservative and broke family. My parents normally have rule and constraint to what I can and cannot do. And at the same time, our household normally doesn't have a lot to spend when it comes to hobby, going out, and just doing simple leisure things. Now, my uncle family had a richer family because they have a jewelry business. My parents simply just dropped me off to work under them almost for free, just because that I can't afford to go to university itself. And thanks God, that was a blessing in disguise, the fact that I don't have to waste 4 years of my life in university. Now around that year, I have a really huge fight and argument with my parents. Now, as you know, it's an Asian family business. The fight in the family gets transferred to work, and that lead to my uncle, aka my boss, stepping in, and it really make my workspace feel like hell. I feel really depressed going home and depressed coming to work. So I really have no place to escape, knowing that if I were to leave home to get away from the stress, I would need the job that I really hate to paying for rent. And in contrast, if I want to leave my unpleasant workspace, that would mean I'm forced to stay in my toxic home dealing with my parents at the time. And I feel trapped. The one word I would use at this point is helplessness. I feel like there's nowhere I can go, and I was at a very dark place at this stage. So the first lesson that I learned here is extreme ownership. Use your pain. So I put my head down and really just search online, what can I do to actually improve myself? I download audiobook, listening to 1 or 2 books every week, really watch YouTube channel that gonna help me improve myself, and come across guys like Kevin David that would teach dropshipping, and Gabriel Germain that also would teach dropshipping. And those are my 2 guys that's really helped me start my dropshipping business later on. And as you probably know, for now, it's not the business model that make me a million. It's actually quite the opposite. Dropshipping teach me a valuable skill of running Facebook ad. It teach me how to take action, but it's really not a profitable business from my point of view, at least for having tried for 6 months. And there are just better business model out there, even though these guys make it sound very easy on YouTube. Which also brings me to the second lesson. Your vehicle beat hard work. That means the business model and the vehicle that you want to go is more important than just hard work. And this is where I make the pivot from dropshipping to a social media marketing agency, SMMA. And what I realized is that this business model doesn't really need too much of a capital up front. It doesn't need inventory. You don't have to deal with returns and refunds and Facebook policies and all that stuff. You really just have to go out there, find a solution for a particular niche and particular industry and solve that problem, mostly using your time. So you're actually selling your services to generate businesses, more lead, more money, more income, and more customer. It's a good business model. It's helped me reach 5 to 7K monthly revenue at that stage. And with that money, I traveled to Vietnam and lived there for 3 months to actually establish a digital nomad lifestyle, to see if I can run my business overseas and to see if I can do everything remotely. And it was a success. My customer doesn't even know that I'm not in Australia anymore, and my time in Vietnam was phenomenal. Now the problem with my agency is that I was stuck with this level for a very long time. And that's until I come across a guy you probably know by now, Alex Hermosi. And this is before he blow up and everyone start to know him with school games and all that stuff. So after listening to a lot of his podcasts, I learned my third lesson from Alex, which is serve rich people because they can afford your service. And that's actually would give me an idea to pivot from jewelry industry at the time to real estate industry. So instead of selling my service to a jeweler which have a smalling and decreasing market size to a real estate agent which is a more richer audience with a growing market size in Australia. And that's where I can realize that you can spend the same amount of time, energy, and attention to an industry and you would get paid a certain amount, but you could use that energy, attention, and spend it with another industry and you would get paid a lot more. The only difference here is that one side would have a better ability to pay you at a premium price, therefore more cash flow for your business. Now, after switching to the real estate industry, we actually hit 10 to 15K per month at this stage. But the problem here is that I was very burnt out. And at that stage, I was totally a different person because I have invested money in myself, buying course, hiring mentor. A lot of my secret source information and knowledge was really gatekeeping. I wasn't sharing information with anyone or network with any other marketing agency, which lead me to the fourth lesson from one of my mentors, which is the enemy of your enemy is your friend. And once I start to understand this, I stop seeing other marketing agency owner as competition. I start to see them as ally, potential partnership, and opportunity to network. Now, the reason for that is that I completely shift my perspective on what my enemy is. You see, instead of seeing other marketing agency owner as the enemy, I actually see offline marketing such as radio marketing, newspaper marketing, and billboard marketing as the real enemy of the industry. And it's our job as online digital marketer to siphon those budgets into a more effective online marketing where they can track each dollar and ensure a positive ROI, return on investment. So once that becomes my perception as the real industry enemy, I stopped seeing other marketer and other agency owner as a competition. We actually work together as an ally to fight the main evil guy, which is the offline marketing industry that really wasting business owner advertising budget. And that's led me to creating YouTube channel, sharing my idea, my mistake, my pain, my tips and tricks, and really any secret source that I have in mind. And this is why we have a completely free SaaS course that people can really just opt in and watch anytime on their phone or on their computer. So make sure that you check that link of the free course in the description as well. So I was just posting a lot of value video at this stage to the community on either Facebook groups or YouTube. And that's led me to expose myself to a lot of different people, which then become my ally. I start to have a lot of message, email, and DM regarding different opportunity and just people saying thank you and really just want to be my friend. And one of those messages is an introduction to a software, what we call GoHighLevel. After looking at this software, I dive into the rabbit hole and actually try to understand it more. And that led me to the fifth lesson, which is instead of selling your time, you should be selling infrastructure and asset. And that's what HighLevel allow us and our business to do. So after a painful month of learning and integrating HighLevel to our business, we started to realize that maybe it's not best to always sell your time as a service. You should be selling software as a service instead, because then you can leverage the software, the automation, the AI, the structure, and the asset to actually do most of the work and get your client result. And that's what makes us changing our business from an SMMA to a hybrid SaaS model, software as a service, combining Facebook ad as a service and GoHighLevel as a software service, and package that together to real estate agent in Australia. And that's probably one of the most valuable lessons that help us scale to 40K per month. Now with that said, our business is not perfect. We're still learning, we're still testing, we still experiment with different stuff every day to reach the new height, to reach the new level. And that's what all business should do. And with this video, I really just want to show you my personal lesson and my personal journey on the valuable lesson that I learned from earning $5-6 an hour to making 40K per month plus with an online business that is completely remote, meaning I can work from anywhere I want, but most importantly, I can work anytime I want. So how do you implement all of this lesson to your life, to your business right now? So if you're just starting out, in summary, you need to be using your pain as the motivation to your success, and you want to take extreme ownership with whatever situation that you're on right now. No one is going to come and save you, not your parent, not your best friend. You need to take action, actually take full responsibility and take full ownership to your situation. Now, lesson number 2 is that the business model beat hard work. So whatever that you do right now, whether it's a job, an online business, or whatever income side hustle that you're doing right now, you need to ask yourself, is there a better business model out there that could help me get to my goal a lot faster? Something that can potentially offer minimal to no risk, doesn't require high skill or previous experience upfront, and something that can fairly quickly see results, something like 30-day, 60-day, or even 90-day time frame. And lesson number 3 is serve rich people. So once you have your offer and your business, you want to be targeting high income industries. So you're talking about real estate, beauty, weight loss, marriage, counseling, consulting, coaching. So any of this industry will have the money and the affordability to pay for your service. And lesson number 4 is the enemy of your enemy is your friend. So as long as you're fighting the same evil monster, you can ally together and position how you can see your enemy, and that will allow you to put and give value to the marketplace and the community, which then help you gain ally. And lesson number 5 is sell infrastructure and asset instead of selling service, aka your time. Now, one of the reasons is integrating software to your service, whether you sell software fully or selling it with a service, that would help leveraging the software, the AI, the automation, instead of selling your time. Because the moment you take time off, such as a holiday or when you actually get sick, your income will drop because you're selling your time as a service, and that's exactly what we don't want to do. So this is it from me, Vico Kang, your GoHighLevel Ninja. Hopefully you like this video, give it a thumbs up and drop in a comment if you have any other question. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next one. Hey guys, if you enjoy watching the video, make sure that you are also checking out this content right there.